Hello, this is Ronnie. A bit of an update. I am back in the UK now. I'm at my parents' house. I'm technically in quarantine for 14 days after having come back into the UK. And Thailand hasn't been taken off the quarantine list, so I'm still in quarantine. So I haven't left the house and garden, for the last since I've come back. Um, Well, I no, I went. Well, I did go for a walk one morning. Yeah, I did go for a walk, but that was very early in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning or something. No one around, so hopefully that's not too bad. Um, yeah, and coming back, I was surprised at the level of seriousness people are taking to the quarantine. Obviously, over in Thailand, it's taken relatively seriously, I suppose, but apparently my dad hasn't left the house much the last few months. My grandfather hasn't left his house, so people are taking it a lot more serious than I thought. Um, I'm technically still on mangoes. So when I say technically, I am still on mangoes. This is some frozen mangoes from Farm Foods, which I've made into an ice cream kind of thing. And my mum was going out and buying mangoes, and the Pakistani mangoes. I think they're kind of expensive at the moment, so I didn't really want to. She was buying them for me, and I was thinking I don't really want her to spend more money than she needs to on mangoes. So I really kind of over the last few days I kind of wanted to stop the mango thing. It felt like stopping it. I think I was hadn't eaten enough over those few days and was just kind of getting hungry though for other things. Um, I have a slight goal to go to 120 days, which is 4 months. That would be, I think I've got another maybe 6 or 7 days to get there. I think I'm at 113, 114 days. In fact, I could probably check. Where am I at here? Let me check. This is my diary. Okay, 110, 111, 12, 114. So this is 114 days. I'm not that enthusiastic for taking it on much longer, but uh, I don't mind keeping it going a little bit longer. I'm not sure if I'm proving anything anymore. Um, the one issue I would say with the mango thing would be, or with any long fruit fast of just one fruit, is can you continually get availability? So I can see you doing it with bananas because you're always going to be able to get bananas and certain other fruits, but you know, with the mango, you'd maybe have to make sure you're in a place that's consistently getting mangoes, and then maybe you have to move to a place because it was quite obvious something was happening in Thailand where like the season was changing and different mangoes were coming in and the mangoes weren't as good and stuff like that. So could get in the way. Still feeling good on the mangoes and everything. Coronavirus thing. I'm getting into some arguments with people, debates over this. People are really taking it very seriously, and I get that. Um, but it's just that people aren't taking it seriously enough to actually do things that might actually protect them against it. Apart from completely avoiding other people, that's the thing that people are prepared to do more than anything else. Now, here's a few things we know about coronavirus. One of them is that men seem to die of it more than women. So we can't do anything about that. If you're a man, you can't change that, right? But overweight people are more affected. People with pre-existing chronic disease conditions are more likely to be killed by it or affected. And older people are more likely to be affected by it. And usually, like a group of all those three together, overweight, people with chronic disease who are older, and who are men, these are the most likely to pass away. Guys like Eddie Large, the comedian, the forgotten comedian Eddie Large from the UK, died of coronavirus. This is a guy who's had multiple heart transplants. I think maybe not heart transplants, but like heart transplants, heart like whatever you call all those operations they do that don't work at all. But the great medical minds obviously think it's better for them to do stuff like that rather than telling the guy to change his diet. Uh, so so that's all fine. But what I'm interested in is, yeah, but he died of coronavirus, of course. Nothing to do with his heart and the fact he was old and all that stuff. Anyway, uh, despite that, there's been we're told to social distance. Businesses are closing down. Everything's closing down. Stay away from people. Lockdown. What about lose weight? Did anyone hear that? Was there even a whisper? Was there a whisper? I didn't hear it. Imagine telling people that they were personally responsible for their own health. That would be shocking. That would be, and obviously there's this body positivity thing. So we don't want to send people into like depression over their or anxiety over their body image by trying to save their life. Like let's let them die, but let's not confront them about losing weight, or give them some helpful advice about losing weight, or have a national campaign of let's try and lose some weight to protect people against coronavirus. It's weird because even saying that would almost be offensive and bad and insulting. Like, how dare you tell people what to do? How dare you tell people to eat less? How dare you? I can just imagine the great British public or whatever, reacting with this fake rebellion, fake resistance, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. We don't do what we're told to do. We will not lose weight to stop ourselves from dying from coronavirus. Like, nonsense, right? The second thing we know that people could do is get rid of their pre-existing conditions. That's diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure. You can do that in about a week on a healthy diet. Was there any information out there sharing that? Apart from some YouTubers and bloggers and groups like that? Nah. Charities? Nah. They don't care. Trade unions? Nah. NHS? Nah. Medical authorities, World Health Organization? Nah. Don't care. Not interested. Not interested. They're interested in the power that they have over people when people think they can do nothing about their health. They want that to be the case. They want people to think there's nothing they can do. It's nothing to do with your diet. What are you talking about? That's stupid. It's nothing to do with your diet. It's your genetics. It's your age. It's some other thing outside of your control. And that's the game, and that's what wins, because that's what people want to hear. Unfortunately, people don't really want the truth, and that's kind of bad, scary. It's bad and it's scary, but the medical establishment's using this to just build their power, build their nonsense power. And as the world goes to more vegan, their power is just going to decimate. The world's going more vegan. No one can stop that happening. It's done. We're going vegan. It may take 10 years, maybe 5 years, but it's happening. All of those, it just can't not happen. So the money is starting to go towards the vegan side of things, the vegan products. Those products are going to start to get way more bold in their advertising, I believe. Like the oat milks and the nut milks, they're gonna start coming out with campaigns like, how about you drink milk that doesn't kill you? How about you drink milk that doesn't cause prostate cancer? And when that happens and they get taken to court and it's proved that they are telling the truth, and then they can put it on their products like, hey, that milk over there causes cancer, this one doesn't. When that stuff starts to happen, which I really hope they do, when the vegan restaurants start to do more stuff like that, when you know, I think it's game over, and it'll take a little bit of time. But people aren't that attached to meat. They kind of are, but they don't even know what they think they like the taste of meat. They don't even know what meat tastes like. As soon as you take away the salt and everything else, it doesn't really have a taste. They certainly don't want to kill their own meat, and they don't want to butcher or prepare their own meat. It's disgusting. Eating animals is pretty disgusting. So when that happens, health changes. There'll still be overweight people, but a lot of health things will change. Certain diseases will start to like disappear. Um, and high blood pressure and heart disease and a lot of things will go way rapidly down, and arthritis and a lot of stuff and autoimmune conditions. Um, a lot of stuff will start to lessen and reduce. And the world will change, you know. Now, the vast majority of people going into hospital, going into the ambulance service, it's not coronavirus. The vast majority of people are going in because of heart attacks and heart disease and chest pain and stroke and all things to do with diet. But did we see at all an opportunity for a national conversation or campaign about change your diet to reduce your risk of coronavirus? Not in one country of the world did they do that. Did the government put out anything like that? Not in one country of the entire world. There wasn't a campaign about eat more fruits and vegetables. There wasn't anything. And it's just like fascinating. So people are coming to me like I'm a bit skeptical about the severity of the coronavirus anyway. And people are coming to me like I'm being a bit insensitive or stuff. And I'm like, or I don't care about people's health. Like, none of you care about your health. You don't care about anyone's health. You don't care about anyone else's health. Don't pretend that this is all of a sudden health has been something that people are interested in for a few months. You know, because all of a sudden they think they're at threat, which they probably aren't, most people, but they think they're at threat of this nasty virus. Why does it take for a virus before people get interested in their health? How come you can't just sit down and personally assess, like, you know what, I'm not feeling that good. I'm not feeling as good as I used to. I eat that food and I don't feel good. Why don't people like become aware of that and think about it and go, maybe I should make a change? You know, why are people so divorced from their body, like in a weird way? So that's what I'm getting, and people are really taking it seriously. But yesterday the pubs opened in England, and loads of people in England went to the pub, and everyone's at the pub, just as normal. So it's weird. I don't know. And you can't go to the gym, but you can go to the pub. It's like, what? Social distancing is like a natural part of the gym. You see these big guys in the gym. You don't want to go and stand right beside them and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" You know? Hey man, what's happening? Let's all hang out. You don't see that in the gym. You see all these super motivated, like, leave me alone cat people. You know, everyone's like, leave me alone, I'm doing my own thing. That's what you see in the gym. So you leave everyone alone, right? You don't get a lot of conversation. I'd love to go back to the gym. I like seeing other people exercise. It kind of motivates me, you know. And I think it's cool people that go to the gym. I don't speak to anyone much, but I think it's pretty cool people. Um, but anyway, like, that's a bit of an update. It looks like the weather's kind of it was bad earlier, then it's get better, and now it's nice again. UK Fruit Fest. We're still going to try and make it happen. I don't know if things could shut down again, but events of up to 30 people are definitely legal. The venue have said to us, as long as you don't have more than 30 people in one place at a time, you'll be okay. So we might have to make some restrictions for that, but I think things will open up. Travel from a lot of countries to the UK is opened up, so that'll help some of the people that are coming from abroad, and it'll be smaller than usual, but it'll happen. And I look forward. Maybe some of you are going to come. I don't know. Some of the people that watch my channel maybe do come to the fruit festival. I don't know. Um, honestly, I just want to get this festival this year over, this particular year over and done with. And it's been a little bit stressful and stuff. It's been a bit difficult, very uncertain, lots of uncertainty, and it really threatens the whole future of the festival. I don't know if I could do this again, knowing that something like this could happen again. It's just it's really tough, as a very small organization to do that. So we'll see. But anyway, right now I'm going to keep on making daily videos. Feel free to put any questions you've got down below. I'll keep doing the mangoes for a few days. I'm not that bothered here or there to do it. And I'll see you in the next video.